Today we are living in a world where innovation is no longer a choice but become a necessity. The present world is ruled by ideas only. Any nation that can integrate innovation in its functioning can surpass the rest of the world. The success of India's startup is a glaring example in this regard. All of us have witnessed the success of Indian startups. Our startup ecosystem is creating waves in the world. Our startups are constantly improving and growing, adapting to new situations and changing times. Therefore, through this event, I congratulate all the startup and the innovative youth who are leading India's successful journey in this very promising and ever-increasing field. Although the startup movement in Assam was started late, I feel proud to say that its progress is not slow. In recent years, it has picked up tremendous pace. It has generated much hope and opened new opportunities for our youth. In a major success in 2021 startup ranking, Assam startup has been recognized by Department for Promotion of Industrial and Internal Trade, Government of India as a leader category. This recognition has been obtained due to developing a strong startup ecosystem in the state. This has been a sharp progress from its previous recognition of being an emerging startup ecosystem. The state has further been acknowledged as a mentorship champion for building a large mentorship network for startups. It is indeed an encouraging achievement for the youth of Assam to take up entrepreneurship in a much larger scale. We have immense trust in the ability and creativity of our youth. Our youth have been power of innovation. There have been new ideas and they are changing the way of doing business. Recognizing this potential of our youth, we are making policies and implementing the decision to bring innovation to the fore and to promote startup culture in the state. We understand that to strengthen the innovation and startup ecosystem, there is a need to liberate entrepreneurship and innovation from the wave of government processes and bureaucratic red tapes. There is a need to create a mechanism and to handhold young innovation and youth enterprise. There is no doubt the program like Startup India and Stand Up India are giving significant push to our effort. These are some of the great innovation by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi in the field of startup and innovation. Taking evidence from the Government of India's vision, Assam government has also taken concrete steps to promote a culture of entrepreneurship. Our effort is to convert job seekers into job creators and to transform Assam into a major startup hub of the country. Keeping this in view, the Department of Industry and Commerce of the Government of Assam came up with the Assam Startup Policy in 2017. In September 2018, Business School Incubator IIM Calcutta Innovation Park was brought in as a knowledge partner to drive the Assam Startup Initiative. The AIIDC board a significant responsibility to serve as a nodal agency. Northeast India's first state-owned incubator, Assam Startup, the NEST, was inaugurated in 28 January 2019. Since inception, the NEST has also been able to generate great enthusiasm among the people. As many as 30 startups were selected for the first incubation batch in a 6-month cohort mode for incubation run. The NEST nurtured 26 startups under the second cohort and it has selected 103 startups for cohort 3.0. While startup movement in other parts of the country has mostly remained concentrated around cities, Assam's startup journey has been able to touch both urban and rural areas of the state. The startup ventures incubated by Assam Startup have made remarkable impact in terms of promoting, solving local problems by utilizing and promoting local culture, place and skill, engaging the local community and opening employment avenues for them in the process. Assam Startup has motivated young innovators and aspiring startups across Assam, spreading understanding about entrepreneurship, removing popular inhibition about entrepreneurship and encouraging them to pursue dreams for starting up. Further, to identify innovation and providing initial support and handholding to develop new ideas, Assam Startup has launched a program for building and promoting entrepreneurship development centers in educational institute. IIT Guwahati, Guwahati Biotech Park, all these are doing great in promoting incubation and startup movement. The state-of-art incubator has also emerged as the point of contact for investor, mentors, corporate representatives and foreign dignitaries willing to collaborate for the growth of the local startup ecosystem. Mentors from IIM Calcutta Innovation Park have been engaged in mentoring the incubated startup. Likewise, many academicians, seasoned investors and mentors have been imparting capacity building trainings to them. The startups have also been exposed to the various aspects of investment. They are also given suitable direction on making their venture investment ready. The incubated startups from both the first and second cohorts have succeeded in impacting around 3.4 lakhs lives and provided 260 direct employment opportunities. 76 startups from both the cohorts have together generated rupees 42.6 crore revenue in the financial year 2020-21, while 54 incubated startups from 3 cohorts have together raised a cumulative external funding of rupees 30 crore. Moreover, 20 patentable products have been innovated by the startup incubated in Assam Startup. I am only talking about Assam Startup, not talking about the startup activity that is going on in IIT Guwahati and our biotech park. I am delighted to inform you that NEST has so far carried out 74 outreach events, reaching out to over 15,000 students, young innovators, and aspiring startup across every district of Assam, initiating the hub and spoke mode. Assam Startup, the NEST has so far signed 43 collaboration memoranda with top universities and colleges. Today, the NEST has collaborated with a number of colleges and universities in Assam to organize 24 hackathons and B-plan contests towards identifying and encouraging startup ideas in the state. 10 spoke incubation centers have been launched at various academic institutions. Furthermore, towards ensuring grassroots penetration and accessibility, Assam Startup is providing for the setting up of nano incubation center, each at Tezpur, Bongaigaon, Silchar and Dibrugarh. Towards helping the startup with financial aid, Government of Assam has introduced My Assam Startup ID or MESI. Eligible startup can apply for grants up to rupees 50 lakhs under MESI for scaling up their business. 125 startups have been granted the My Assam Startup ID. 45 startups were found eligible for the benefit under the Assam Startup Policy 2017 and have been sanctioned monetary remuneration worth rupees 4 crore. In a significant development to push forward startup ecosystem in the state, the government of Assam is going to enter in a MOU with SIDBI for establishing a venture capital assistance of rupees 200 crore for Assam specific startup. This shall also be augmented by credit guarantee support up to rupees 2 crore. NetFi will be a very important partner in this initiative. The success of the startup initiative in the state is also evident from the fact that startup nurtured by Assam Startup, the NEST, have been included in the first cohort of Gruha's Aspire. I congratulate all the 7 startups which has been included by Gruha's Aspire. Out of these, Jiran is a startup that capture and convert waste plastic into high-grade, lightweight bricks. On the other hand, Motcave, a shelter-rich startup, have been engaged in manufacturing temporary shelters of modular type that can be deployed anywhere. Reality.io provides an integration solution to real estate brokers to create and manage their digital presence and collaboration with other brokers through a managed service. Safe Art encompasses procurement, EPC as well as financing support for solar projects. Settle is a new age startup and SAST-Fest is a sustainability platform that enables retail investors to help finance India's growing renewable energy demand. Tell Us Habitat is a startup that is working to solve water shortage issues in our habitat. The progress that is unfolding in the field of startup in Assam is indeed very promising. The success of this investor is a strong testimony of their innovative ideas that have been immense potential to position Assam more visibly in the global market. Here I also appreciate Gruha's Aspire for its commendable initiative. By focusing on PropTech streams such as construction management, property and asset management, new materials, technologies, investment, financial, Gruha's Aspire has shown its commitment for creating a sustainable environment. As we know, globally, the construction industry is one of the major contributors to climate change. It generates huge greenhouse gas emission and consume world's natural resources. Today, public interest in sustainable environment has grown significantly, and there is increased activity worldwide to promote clean and green environment. India's commitment in this regard have been fortified by Honorable Prime Minister when he declared that India will reduce total projected carbon emission by 1 billion tons from now onwards till 2030 at the COP26 summit in Glasgow. India is committed to reduce the carbon intensity of its economy by less than 45% by 2030, and by year 2070 India will achieve the target of net zero. In construction industry, innovation can play a key role in reducing carbon footprints. This may include new forms of construction that are cleaner and greener. Such innovation would also reduce waste and improve sustainability. I believe the startups which are part of Gruha's Aspire opening cohort that focus on innovation in the property sector will be a major pillar not only for saving costs but for increasing sustainability in construction sector. The speed and scale at which India's startups are marching ahead is a testament to the innovative aptitude, strong will and determination of our youth to realize the Honorable Prime Minister's vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. The golden age of India's startup have just begun. There are limitless scope and potential for startup, and we are committed to extend best possible support. Our rapid urbanization, research and development related to future technology, emerging digital lifestyle partnership between government and startup in sectors including agriculture, health, education, tourism offer huge opportunities. We have a vision to make Assam the most preferred investment destination. For that to happen, the Department of Industry and Commerce has notified several acts with focus on reduction in compliance burden and ease of doing business. Today, if we look at our ease of doing business portal, we can see the success rate or disposal rate is something between 98 to 99%. So we are trying to create an environment which is investor friendly, and ease of doing is cornerstone of our administration. I assure you that Government of Assam will continue to handholding the startup with right kind of business knowledge and better networking. We will transform Assam Startup the Nest into a single point window to realize the entrepreneurial dreams of all the aspiring startups and entrepreneurs of the state. In this era of innovation, we will continue our dedicated efforts to converting the energy of our youths into the energy of the state. With these words, I extend all my best wishes for the success of all these startup ventures, and hope that today, whatever we are going to see or we are going to do, will create a new environment. It will encourage a lot of our young entrepreneurs to join in startup movement. Once again, I'd like to I thanks Gruhas Asper family, entire Gruhas Corporate Tech Fund, DLF Family Office, and Till Ventures for coming up and promoting our own startup. I hope that this will be a very good partnership and it will help in creating a new startup movement in our state. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your inspiring words, Honorable Chief Minister. I would now request you to felicitate our startups one by one. I will call them on stage. Beginning with Modcave, if we could have founders Alfaz Hirani, Harris Mohammed, and Wasif Sheikh on stage, please.
फोटो का भाग नीचे पेट के मारो
Would now like to call on stage the team from Reality, Arun CR and Ramesh Rajamani, founders. Thank you. Would like to call on stage the team from Safe Earth, Harshit Podar, Anuvrat Sabu and Kaustubh Amrit. Thank you. Would now like to call on stage the team from Settle, Abhishek Tripathi, Ashok Sagar and Bharat Bhaskar. Thank you. Would now like to call on stage the team from Sust West, founders Hardik Bhatia and Devan Shah.
Mobile.
Thank you. Would now like to call on stage the team from Telis Habitat, Dr. Seema Sukhani and Naveer Janardana.
Mobile.
Thank you. And would now like to call on stage the team from Zeeran, founders David Gogoi, Rupam Chaudhary and Mausam Talukdar. It is also a pleasure to announce the fundraise. It is our pleasure to announce the fundraise into Zeeran, 7.82 CR. Thank you, Honorable Chief Minister. I would now like to invite Mr. Rahul Talwar to the dais to express our gratitude for having the Chief Minister here.
Problem